Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Blood for Dracula. Let me tell you the story. I was in an airplane from Rome to Munich, and there was a man sitting next to me. And you know, in planes you talk, and he said, "What do you do for a living?" And I say, "I'm an actor." And I had already a picture and showed him my headshot. And he said, "Interesting, give me your number." Took out his passport, wrote my number, and I said, "Who are you?" He said, "My name is Paul Morrissey, and I work for Andy Warhol." And I remembered at the beginning it was trash flash, very artistic movies with Joe D'Alexandro. And okay, nice meeting you. So then a couple of weeks later, I got a call. "Hey, it's Paul. You remember the man in the plane? I'm doing for Carlo Ponti, you know, the husband of Sophia Loren. I'm doing Frankenstein in 3D, and I have a little role for you." And I said, "Wow, thank you, great. What do I play?" And he said, "Frankenstein." And I thought, that's not true. Anyway, it was true, and I became Dr. Frankenstein. And at the end of the film, we shot the film for $300,000 in 3 weeks in 3D. And at the end of the film, there was Fellini was shooting next door, and in the cantina where all these wonderful figures. And I was sitting there having a glass of wine, and I thought, well, Andy Warhol said, everybody is perfect for 15 minutes. My 15 minutes are gone. So I was a little sad. And then Paul Morrissey came in and he said, "Well, I guess we have a German Dracula." And I said, "Who?" He said, "You, but you have to lose a lot of weight in 1 week." I said, "No problem." So I had only salad leaves and water. And when we shot the first day of Dracula, I was so weak that I had to sit in a wheelchair. And there were famous lines. "Otto, I need the blood of a virgin. The blood of these whores are killing me." So that was that. So let's see what else we find. There we are. Another story. Another story. I was in Berlin, and the young director came to me and he said, I was there to see movies. And he said, "Well, my name is Lars von Trier. I have a little movie here, Mala Noche, I made for $20,000. But my next movie, My Own Private Idaho, I'm preparing now, and I would like that you play." And I thought, well, directors are always very lonely at festivals, but he wasn't lonely. He meant it, and we started writing letter to each other. And then he got me the work permit. I became member of the union, and I went to Portland to shoot my first film in America. Dracula and Frankenstein were American production, but not in America, in Rome. So I made the movie, and then I liked America, and River Phoenix was amazing, and Keanu Reeves. And I came back for the premiere, and I stayed with a girlfriend, Anna, and she said, "Why don't you stay in America?" I said, "No." So after a few glasses of wine, I said, "It's not a bad idea." So now I'm 30 years here. So that was my own private idol, very important for me. I'm a lucky man. I'm a really lucky man. I never learned how to act. I mean, I learned from great actors, but I never went to acting school. And in Germany, of course, I was very lucky that I worked with Fassbinder, who was one of the directors who showed Germany how it really was after the war. So it wasn't kind of craziness. And I went to Mannheim. There's an intellectual film festival in Germany. And I had a little short film called Last Trip to Harrisburg. And it was the opening night film with a film of a new young director, Lars von Trier, called Epidemic. And when I saw, he wasn't there. There was a lot of directors sitting in one row with me. And when I saw Element of Crime, I couldn't get up my seat. And I said to the directors who were invited from America, I said, we all can go home because whoever made that film is going to win. I expected somebody like Fassbinder or Kubrick, dressed in black, scratching themselves, being in a bad mood, the eyes are closed. And there comes this student-looking young director, and we talked. We had a beer, we talked, and we exchanged a telephone number. And again, lucky man, a couple of weeks later, I got a call. Hey, it's Lars. I'm doing Medea from Carl Theodor Dreyer, and I want you to play the husband of Medea, King Jason. But there is a problem. I said, what is the problem? He said, you don't look like a Vikinger. Don't wash your hair for 3 weeks. Don't shave and come to Denmark because I have to sell you as the king of the Vikinger. So I went very smelly and strange looking. I went to Denmark, I got the part, and we became friends. And his wife got a baby, and he wanted me to be the godfather of the baby. And now we work together 30 years. But I just wanted not to tell you too many stories, but I told you 3 important stories. There's other directors, Guy Madden. I work with him. I love him. I did with Isabella Rossellini movie. I do that the next time when I'm in New York. I come back. I see you. Goodbye.